Welcome to Key Review 12, Organizing Your Speech. And remember, at the center of every step of the public speaking process is consider the audience. What are three ways of organizing main ideas? We have chronological, topical, and spatial. Chronological means in time order. We're arranging points by sequence. For example, the history of the Colorado water use can be characterized by first, early irrigation, second, dam era, and third, current drought management. Topical is organization by category order, breaking the topic into logical parts. For example, electrical vehicles could be broken up into environmental impact, cost of ownership, and charging infrastructure. Last is spatial or location order, organizing by physical position or direction. For example, a tour of the human brain might include the different parts of the human brain labeled in order of location. To review, we have chronological, which is time order, topical, which is category order, and spatial, which is location order. What are four methods of organizing supporting material? Chronological, recency, primacy, and complexity. In chronological, you're organizing your evidence and examples in the order they occurred in time. For example, we had a pilot study, a statewide trial, and then a national rollout. For recency, you're placing your strongest and most impactful supporting material at the end for a memorable finish. For example, you're saving a compelling success story for your final piece of evidence. By contrast, when we use primacy, we're beginning with the most compelling or credible supporting material to create an immediate impact. For example, you open the body of your speech with the most credible and fantastic statistic. Complexity is how you arrange your supporting material by moving from simple concepts to more complex ones, or vice versa, to enhance audience understanding. For example, we're going to define gene editing simply, then explain a detailed CRISPR case study. So to review, we have chronological, recency, primacy, and complexity as ways to organize our supporting material. What's the difference between initial previews, transitions, and final summaries? An initial preview done in the introduction forecasts your main points in one sentence. For example, today I'll explain what phishing is, how to spot it, and how to prevent it. Transitions are verbal or nonverbal bridges that link ideas and show relationships. A verbal example might be next. In contrast, as a result, or now that we've examined the causes, let's consider the effects. Nonverbal examples might be a purposeful pause, a change of position, or even a new slide. Final summaries happen near the conclusion. They review key ideas so listeners leave with the gist. For example, we covered the definition, warning signs, and prevention steps for phishing. So to review, we have initial previews in the introduction, transitions throughout the speech, and a final summary that's near the conclusion. What are the 6 functions of an introduction? We gain attention in a hook. We introduce the topic. We create a reason to listen, establish credibility, state the central idea, and preview main ideas. In gaining attention or a hook, we capture the audience interest with a story, a question, or a surprising statistic. For example, every 11 seconds, a business is hit by ransomware. When we introduce the topic, we're clearly stating what the speech will be about. This talk is about protecting your personal data. We create a reason to listen when we show the audience why the topic is relevant or beneficial to them. These steps can save you money and stress this year. We can establish credibility by briefly mentioning experience or the quality of sources to show that you are knowledgeable. For example, I interned in IT security and reviewed current reports. When we state the central idea, we're presenting the core message of our speech in one clear, declarative sentence. For example, simple daily habits drastically reduce your risk online. When we preview main ideas, we outline the main points you want to cover in the body of your speech. For example, we'll cover passwords, updates, and two-factor authentication. So to review, we gain attention with a hook, introduce the topic, create a reason to listen, establish credibility, state the central idea, and preview main ideas. What are the three functions of a conclusion in an informative speaking situation? It's important to summarize a presentation, re-emphasize the central idea memorably, and provide closure with a clear ending or clincher. An example of summarizing the presentation might be: we defined phishing, spotted its signs, and learned prevention. We want to re-emphasize the central idea memorably. We might say a few smart habits can shut the door on most scams. We can provide closure with a clear ending or clincher. Try one protection step today before you open your inbox. So to review, we summarize a presentation, re-emphasize the central idea memorably, and provide closure with a clear ending or clincher. What's the difference between a preparation outline and speaking notes? Preparation outlines are detailed planning tools. They include central ideas, full main subpoints, supporting material, usually your intro, body, and conclusion. They use complete sentences in standard outline format to test unity, coherence, and support. Think about it like a blueprint that you rehearse and revise from. They're a pared down version for the podium or the stage. It includes keywords or phrases, signposts, and delivery cues you can see at a glance. They can include items you must say precisely, like stats, quotations, or names, and the central idea, not the purpose statement. Think about this like road signs you glance at while speaking. Preparation outline is a detailed planning tool, while speaking notes are a delivery tool. What are the best suggestions for developing your speaking notes? An easy-to-read format, maintaining outline formatting, including an intro and conclusion abbreviated in versions, writing your central idea, including exact data, adding signposts and transitions, and adding delivery cues. Use note cards or a simple device. Number them. Be sure to use an easy-to-read format. Number your cards. Use large font. Maintain outline formatting. Keep the original outline formatting so you can quickly find your place during the speech. Include an intro and conclusion in abbreviated forms. Usually just the first and last sentences are written out here. Write your central idea. You can omit the purpose statement as the audience doesn't need to hear it. Write out exact statistics, quotations, names, and sources. For example, CDC 2030, 1 in 5 adults. Add signposts and transitions. These guide your audience, such as first, next, or in summary. Include delivery cues in brackets or a different color, such as pause, slow down, move left, or show the chart. So to review, we want easy to read format, maintain outline formatting, including an intro and conclusion in abbreviated short forms, writing your central idea, including exact data, adding signposts and transitions, and adding delivery cues.